Hey everyone, sorry I look like I've been writing, mainly because I have been writing. I decided to do a series based on what I consider the four main aids whenever you're riding horses. Those being, and some people will disagree. Some people say there's more, some people say there's less, but to me there are four main ones. There's your voice, your hands slash reins, your seat and weight, and your legs. Um, People want to disagree, that's fine. I'm just focusing on the main ones that you use, and I'm combining your seat and your weight because I don't believe that they should be separated, at least not in the way that I ride. Again, feel free to disagree with me. It's fine. But anyway, I decided I'm going to do a small video on each one of these aids, how I believe that they should be used, and how to maximize their potential. Today I'm going to start with the voice or vocal aids. To me, the vocal aids, they are ones that you should only use on horses that are inexperienced, or if you really need to emphasize something at that moment. Typically, if you're showing, you should not be using your vocal aids. I don't mind if you're doing cross country or jumpers and you're coming towards a scary fence every once in a while and you cluck, that's one thing. But if you are in a hunter arena or you are in a dressage arena, you really should not be using your voice at all because you will be getting points taken off. If need be, it's better to have a than a refusal. Um, but at the same time, you should already go in there prepped. But let me go ahead and talk about the vocal cues and how I would use them in an everyday situation. Vocal cues should be used if you're training a horse. So let's say that you are breaking a horse, you start lunging them, and you teach them the vocal aids for each transition. So you teach them that whoa means stop, you teach them walk, trot, canter. And as you get them adjusted to what each one of those vocal things mean, as well as you give them a cue with a whip and you pull them forward and everything like that. You get that all associated with each other, and once you have the trot put together with a trot, then you eventually break the horse, and then when you're on them, you put together that vocal cue along with a squeezing in order to get the horse moving forward, and eventually you can phase out the vocals and just keep it physical, which is what you really, really, really want. Um, you still want to have a few cues, like whoa can come in handy if a horse is getting quick, and saying a quick whoa can get them pulled back up. But again, it's not something that I would ever personally say for people to rely on. I don't mind it if there's inexperience or if the horse is young, that's fine. But again, if you're competing in a field, you probably should have your body doing everything, and your vocal cords should be silent. Um, Now, that being said, again, I don't mind it if you're going at a scary fence. Let's say you're riding up, you feel a slight hesitation in your horse, you're in a speed round or something of that sort, and you just go at them real quick. But I would never overuse that cue. I believe that overusing a vocal cue can almost make the horse somewhat dead to it. And if before every fence you give them a click click, then eventually they just think click click means jump, and they may not always listen to it. It lacks its importance. If you can use a physical cue, do that instead. If you're already using the physical cue, use the vocal cue on top of it as an emphasis. But I think that should probably be about it for vocal cues. If you have any questions, feel free to, talk to me in the comments. Feel free to message me, whatever. Please subscribe. I'll be posting more. My next should be on your hands, which may go into a bit of a bit rant and a bit of a handsy and giving rant. But uh, but that's gonna be it for this one. Thank y'all for watching, and I hope to see you again sometime.